Oh, what's up, YouTube? This is the Billy Bob HD bringing you a brand new Let's Play series today. I've got some more Hearts of Iron 4. This is the KaiserReich mod. We are going to be playing as Sultanate of Egypt. I got a couple of comments from viewers asking me to try and play as Egypt, as no one has done that yet. And so I thought I would spin up a series for you guys here, especially since I'm dealing with so many freaking save file problems from my Bulgaria campaign. Hopefully that will be fixed soon, but in the meantime, we're going to start up a new series here to go and run alongside that, even as my Russian campaign for the Great War mod comes to probably its twilight years in terms of the overall campaign, right? There's probably still a lot of work left to be done, but did want to get this going, as I said. So let's get it started. First thing we need to do is go ahead and pick a national focus, right? We're only getting plus 1.3 in political power per day, and you've got a pretty standard national focus tree here for the Egyptians. Starting off with your industrial efforts and political efforts, for example, we can go down this way and uniting the nation and getting some extra manpower bonuses by doing that. So I think we're going to take advantage of that in the future, but of course I do want to get my industrial efforts up and going as quickly as possible, so we'll go ahead with the industrial effort there. We don't have a theorist or anything to gain any army experience with, so that kind of sucks. We do start out with 200k in manpower or thereabouts. We're only getting 352 per month, I guess, in recruitable population coming through. We do not start out as part of a faction or anything like that, so that's cool to see. So we're going to be able to hopefully go to war, although I just noticed, okay, we are authoritarian democrats, right? So we need generate war goal tension is at 75% for overall world tension. So we're probably going to run this at a speed 5 here for a little while. Let's go ahead and pick up our base sort of researches here for industrial and engineering as well. So we're going to start off there. We have a little bit of civilian factories to use and to spin up, so that's cool to see. I don't have very many options in terms of building slots, so oh god, if we're looking at about 9 factories or so already, I think we're actually going to probably want to spin up a military factory here, since we already have 9 civilian factories. We've got free military factories here already, so we've got basic infantry equipment, of course, that we're going to want to put in. We've got we give them 2 factories to start out with. Of course, we're going to want to start out with some support equipment here and some artillery. And then I'll give a 3rd one here to guns. So, okay, that does at least get us started. I've got no resources to start out with either, so that's a problem. So I may want to actually change this construction then to a civilian factory, because we're going to want to trade away some of these, right? So if we go trade, we're going to need 14 steel, so that's 2 factories worth. I'm going to buy those from the Germans for now. Okay. And then we need 2 tungsten and 2 aluminum. So let's see. Let's look at our templates really quickly here for infantry. Support equipment is not quite needed. It's going to take a while for us to actually build up the need for those, right? Artillery, on the other hand, is an interesting one that we could probably start building. Planes here, naval bombers are going to be important, interwar fighters, transport planes. We may just stockpile that last military factory for now, because if we go back to trade here, steel needed of 12, tungsten needed of 3, so let's buy 1 tungsten. We'll buy that from the Germans here for now as well. Let's go ahead and unpause here and get it started. Thank you, KaiserReich team. Political power plus 5. Okay, cool. Great job, lads. I don't want to know none of this nonsense. So the stability, obviously, the stability system, you guys already know about this, right? Unassigned divisions, no divisions in basic training, and then free dockyards. And so the good news is my division template, the history of modern Egypt conventionally begins from 1882, when Egypt became part of the British sphere of influence in the region. A situation that conflicted with Egypt's position as part of the Ottoman Empire. In 1914, the protectorate was made official, and the title of the head of state, which had changed from Pasha to Kiev in 1867, was changed to Sultan. To repudiate the vesicle of the Ottoman Sultan who was backing the Central Powers, during the First World War. He was deposed and replaced by his uncle, okay, as Sultan. Upon his death in 1917, only his son, Prince, declined the succession, and Hassan Kamil's brother, Ahmad Fuad, ascended the throne as Fuad I. With the signing of the Peace of Honor, Egypt remained under British control. However, Arab nationalism led to violent riots, which convinced the British to unilaterally declare the Egyptian independence in 1922. Abolishing the protectorate and establishing an independent kingdom of Egypt, Britain retained control of the Canal Zone, Sudan, and Egypt's external protection. When the 1925 British Revolution broke out, Egypt occupied Sudan but was forced to give control over the Suez Canal to Germany. Fuad I, who was seen as a British puppet, was forced to flee and was replaced by his predecessor and nephew Abbas II. With the decline of the Ottoman Empire in recent years, Arab nationalism is on the rise, and Egypt decided to organize the first Congress of Arab Nations, which will be held in 1936. Together with Hejaz, they might try to free the Arabs still living under the Ottoman rule. Okay, so we should be vanguards of the upcoming Second Great Arab Revolt. Okay. So, some cool events ahead. I'm pretty sure we're going to be at war with the Ottomans here at some point. Our starting template, our starting infantry template here is showing at 9,000 men, 900 infantry equipments needed, right? We are making some... We are going to start producing out these towed artilleries here to add those into the mix eventually. If we go to our stockpile here now, we're missing 7 artilleries, I guess, as some of the existing army needs them. Let's take all of our divisions currently, this guy as well. We're going to put them on a line up here against the Ottomans. So they're all going to be assigned up here. We need to give him a general. This guy has the most sort of max entrenchment. Okay, let's take this guy in. Now, we could try to start building some other type weapons here. We have an old school tank model available to us. Interwar fighter. Let's actually start building fighters because we're going to need those for some air cover if we do go to war with the Ottomans. Free dockyards now. At this point, let's start building convoys. So what does that leave us with in a shortage? Oil, aluminum, and rubber. Shit. Well, the oil is being used here for the interwar fighter currently, so we're not producing out really a lot of those per month, but we are at least producing out some convoys right now. We've got 50 to start out with. I do have a starting navy, which is pretty cool. 3 heavy cruisers, 5 lights, and 8 destroyers. Let's give him an admiral, but he's just going to hang tight for now. Black Monday. On the 3rd February of 1936, Berlin Stock Exchange stopped. And it was sinking. Alright, 40 divisions. We're up against 40 divisions there for the Ottomans. If we take a quick look at our relations, diplomacy. Okay, not showing us anything too crazy yet. Afghanistan declares war on India, of course. Let's also start training out some new divisions. We're going to give priority, though, to the front lines. And then we're going to have you guys pop out in Cairo here. And let's train up 5 of you at a time. So we're going to start bringing up our infantry divisions now. The 5th Anglo-Afghani War. I have 25 fighters already sitting here, so let's go ahead and remove that. Bring them back to the stockpile. If I go here... Well, yeah, unused 25 interwar fighters currently. Do the Ottomans have airplanes right now? Yeah, they've got a collection of them. So good thing we are starting to produce these out, right? We're going to need to figure out a way. Maybe we can exercise here to get some artillery into our divisions. Our combat width is already at 18. So we want to make sure that gets to 20. We'll sort of mess around with it a little bit. But as we are exercising, that is going to eat up a lot of our needs for reinforcing the fronts here. So if we take... The good news is this is falling. Yeah. Producing 8 or so per day there. So let's go to speed 5 now. And industrial effort is coming in. About 10 more days left there. We are making the 0.3 per day. I do have a couple of these ministers that are maybe hurting our political power. Yes, recruitable population factor hurts there. Consumer goods factories minus 2%. So we're going to need to replace some of these guys out when we can. Industrial effort is finished. Remilitarization of Olatinia. Okay. So that's up there in Romania. Not of our concern right now. Let's get another civilian factory in and going. Currently sitting at that civilian economy. Congress of the Arab World. The Congress is near. We're hoping collaboration from our fellow Arab brothers. Continue preparations as planned. Ottoman Empire does not like that. Neither does Germany or Spain. Plans are too modest. Add 2 civilian factories. About the plans, Congress is a waste of resources. This must be the event of the century. Okay. This gives me 2 civilian factories instead of 1, so I'm going to take that for now. And I did get 200 political power. So I do kind of want to remove this guy. Potential increase in stability. Got it. If we take... Let's go down to speed 4 here for right now. Okay. Can I... Resistance growth minus 20%. National unity plus 10%. That would be helpful. National unity 5%. Local resources plus 10%. Manpower. This guy's a bomb right here. This guy's an awesome dude. Pasha. Okay, he has the same exact portrait over here, but it's actually a different guy. Well, he's got the same exact name, but he's got different stats, so we'll take him. Because that does help out my recruitable population and such. National unity went up as well. Local factories plus 10%. So, that's good to see. We've got 5 civilian factories still working for us because we did have to trade away for that steel. Electronic mechanical is done. Sweet. Those are still working there. Important to get up to weapons level 1, so we want to do that quickly so we can start outfitting our divisions with those. So we're going to go ahead and grab that next. 45 days left here on the basic machine tools, though. And when that finishes out, we can start looking at concentrated industry and such. Air. Interesting that we do have that naval bomber sort of bonus research to start out with. We do have motorized as well. And we can actually at some point add in some engineer companies. So artillery will be the first sort of one to go into the division templates. We'll train up one set of these for now. And so what are we missing? 2600, 2646. Want to make sure they're still getting... I want to make sure we're still getting supplies at the front, even though we're exercising, right? 2658, 2660. So that need continues to go up, actually. But this next round of deliveries, you can see 137, 142. Okay, so now we're down to 2,500. So I guess that is decreasing over time. We no longer get the effects of expenses. That's cool. I like the sound of that. Cut expenses. So that does mean then that we got some extra civilian factories in here. The Arab Congress. Truly a great day for the Arabs. After many months of planning, the Arab Congress begins. As guests come flocking from all Arab lands, it has become clear that the Arab identity is not forgotten, but on the contrary is cherished by many. The streets, marketplaces, and mosques of Cairo are teeming with Arabs from many lands. In the upcoming days, they will take the stage and deliver addresses and lectures about a variety of subjects ranging from history to religion. Okay, so we do get 100 political power out of that, so that's awesome to see. We may need to replace another one of these guys. Civilian factory construction speed, military factory construction speed. So, right now, that recruitable population factor is hurting us. Naval bomber. Okay, production cost minus 10%. This one, you get some production cost stuff, rocket site construction speed, nuclear reactor. Production cost, construction speed, resource gain efficiency, no. Resource gain efficiency, 15%. Production efficiency cap, that's nice to have. That guy's good. Daily political power gain plus a production efficiency cap here of 5%. Let's get this guy. Sweet. Okay, so that gave me about 25k more in men. Basic machine tools have finished. The Sharif of Mecca announces his ambitions. The Arab national government in Mecca has proposed that the Hashemite dynasty be the leading vanguard of Pan-Arabism, thus laying claim to all of Ottoman Arabia. What should we respond? We lend our support. Egypt accepts. It pisses off Turkey and Ottoman Empire, of course. Propose a partition of the Arabs. Suggest that our dynasty take the role of the Arabian unifier. Costs 100 political power to do that. Huh. Hashemite dynasty in Mecca. These guys. I think I kind of want this one. We'll propose a split, which should maybe cause some internal struggles here with the Ottoman Empire. Remember, the Ottomans do have a lot of puppets, including Armenia, Tripoli, Oman, and Albania. So they would have some help in a situation where we got into a violent situation with them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the concentrated industry going here. It's only 30 days away. That's awesome. National focus here. We're going to go with construction 2. We can then modify the government yet again. So I'm getting good stuff here. This guy needs to be changed out. Political power, max planning, construction land fort, daily political power, resource gain efficiency, 7%. Land fort construction speed, naval base and dockyard stuff. Oh, look at this one. We do give up some political power, but look how strong this is with the civilian factory and military construction speed. Oh, wait, I can't do that. Nope. National unity. So I can't actually change this guy out right now, unfortunately. Okay. Well, we can add a guy. Decryption, encryption. Okay, that's pretty much the same across the board there. We are going to be doing some heavy industrial research, so this is cool. Let's get that one. It does help my industrial construction time by 5% as well. So 6 factories working for us now here. Finishing in September of this year, so in a couple months we'll have some more civilian factories at our disposal. And as soon as that's done, we'll probably trade for something to get these interwar fighters back up and running, because we're making 2 a month right now. Basic infantry equipment is finishing out. Okay, construction 1 is finished. Sweet. So it is July, so we can swing back over here, and I'm thinking we do want to get the support weapons level 1 up and going, so 140 days there. So we'll grab that. Mega to war with Abyssinia or something like that. But again, part of this is being authoritarian democrat. You have to have 75% world tension in order to do something. So we may try to change our government structure to lower that, so we can actually go to war and start expanding the country Unfulfilled import requests, really. Germany now turning... Hold on a second. We're gonna stop trading with the Germans for now. And buy the tungsten from Portugal. There we go. They've got a ton of it left over. Surplus of 5 now for tungsten. Looking okay in these other areas. We do need 1 rubber and some of these other things. That's fine. Okay, cool. So let's now... We're good until 1937 on some of these. I do like to have the radio in there. So let's get that. 18 days left on the next infantry equipment level. And we do want to get down towards the extra research slot as well, so we're going to continue rolling down this way. Infrastructure, effort, right? We can then go to infrastructure 2 and extra research slot there afterwards. Cool. Alright guys, well anyway, thanks for watching. Again, this has been the Billy Bob HD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and or comment if you've enjoyed my content. And we'll catch you next time.